All right, so today is February the 11th. It is currently 5 p.m. And I'm going to read you this letter. I'm not happy about it, and you shouldn't be happy about it either. If you live in Hamblen County or Morristown, this affects you, and this shows you the way that the commissioners are thinking about you. So this letter is written by Chairman of the Commissioners, Howard Shipley. This is the same guy that violated the rights of a few people a couple months back, going to the, he restricted them from being able to wear their matching shirts against the $75 million jail. So let me read you this letter, and you tell me what you think in the comments. This is the response to some of the criticism being received regarding the building of our jail/justice center. The decision to build a new jail justice center for Hamblen County has not been an easy task. One of the major topics of the commission for many years has been the overcrowded conditions at our jail and the need for a new one. We as commissioners recognize that it is our responsibility to make the final decision relating to construction of the new jail justice center and do not take that responsibility lightly. We also recognized at the onset that whatever decision we made as to the location and type of facility that we choose to build will not please all of the citizens of Hamblen County. Since we have been accused by some of ignoring the wishes of our citizens, I want to remind them of the following factors that went into the process of making our decision. A previous commission delayed the process of constructing the jail so that some of our current debt could be retired. This would enable the commission to borrow $65 to $70 million for the construction of the jail justice center with little or no tax increase to our property owners. Of course, we have recommended 3-cent property tax increase in our budget for the 2020-2021 fiscal year in order to pay for the construction project at West High School. I also want to remind our citizens that the total cost of the Jail Justice Center is not $75 million. $10 million of that, $76 million, is to be used to fund the construction project at West High School. Had the commission decided to build the jail in 2016, it would have taken a 8-cent property tax increase to fund a $50 million project. I wonder how many complaints we would have gotten if we had decided to build the jail at that time. Unfortunately, no estimates for staffing the jail were available at that time. A previous commission and our current commission began the task of collecting ideas that would assist us in making wise and pertinent decisions that would have our taxpayers' money over several years. Several of our commissions have visited the following facilities. I'm not going to go through the few facilities. These visits were extremely helpful because the jail administrators gave us many important ideas as to what to do and not do. They also shared with us things that they wished they had done. As to change that, we should build a facility like or similar to Coffee County. I remind you that Coffee County, and that's Coffey, built their jail to meet the needs of Coffee County, not Hamblen County. We, as a commission, are charged to build a jail to meet the needs of Hamblen County, not Coffee County or any other county that we visited. Sheriff Jarnigan and others have accused us of refusing to listen to their ideas, to his ideas. That's the sheriff, not listening to the sheriff's ideas. The county's task force for this project has always been open to all ideas presented to them, including the sheriff's ideas. Most of these meetings, for whatever reason, the sheriff did not attend. Commissioners Hahn, Cutshaw, and Doty offered our sheriff 2 months to present his proposal to us again, and he responded to do so would have a waste of his time. The own sheriff said it's a waste of his time. Sorry, I had to focus in. I saw a face. All right. We are sorry that our sheriff doesn't approve of our plan. However, again, we can't please everybody in the process. Unfortunately, the sheriff has one of the biggest opponents, while it was he who has wanted a new jail since he first took office. The state has given the commission the responsibility to build the jail and the responsibility to manage and operate that facility to the sheriff. As to the charge that we have not considered a one-level facility, I again want to remind our citizens that for the most part, all of the above jails that we visited were one-level facilities designed for an average of 400 inmates, much less than what the jail administrators are wanting. Furthermore, the current Justice Center is a multi-level building, including the 2-story annex. Before that, I understand that the jail was a 3-level building. Proposals were also sent out to architects for architectural services. 9 proposals were submitted, which included excellent ideas and estimated costs based on construction costs at the time. Some of these proposals include the current site, and others include locating the facility at a new site. Most of these proposals were also single-level facilities. So to accuse us of not considering an alternative solution is not based on facts. In addition to the above visits, we also looked at property located on Highway 25E, Morris Boulevard, Martin Luther King Boulevard, Davis Street, the former Food City property on Buffalo Trail, and the property adjacent to the current jail. After much deliberation, the majority of the commissioners chose to build the new jail adjacent to its current location. Among the many clauses for this decision was the immediate availability of electrical, gas, and sewer services at this location, and the fact that the neighbors were already accustomed to a jail in their neighborhood. Other factors include its proximity to the hospital and the Helen Rose McNabb Center. Cooperative agreements with these agencies are critical to meeting the medical and mental health needs of our inmates. True, at the time of our decision, we are hoping to use the jail annex workhouse facilities, but unfortunately, these did not meet the TCI standards and regulations without major remodeling. However, should we need to expand the new facility, we can go in the direction of the old facility. The current location certainly dictated the size of the facility, and its facade is designed to fit the decor of the area. Also, during this process, we listened very carefully to the people involved in the operation and administration of our current jail. Their input has been critical in informing the current plans. We also listened to the needs of our judges and court administrative staffs, and their ideas have been very valuable. We did have an option of remodeling the current Justice Center. When the sheriff wanted us to build a new jail, he presented pictures of structural damage to the current center, and rumors that it was built on a dump site influenced us to choose to use taxpayer funds to construct a new Justice Center, which would take care of the increased workload in our courts, and safety concerns with the inmates interacting with the citizens, as well as they went to and from court. We felt that we would be better stewards of taxpayer dollars by spending the $5 million plus on a newer facility that would better serve the future needs of our county. As to the concerns regarding the staffing of the new jail, CTAS and our architectural professionals have assured us that the staffing would change very little between a multi-level facility compared to a one-level facility. We anticipate of being able to phase in our staffing needs over a brief period of time. Based on all of the input, the majority of our commissioners have decided to build a 4-story jail facility adjacent to the current site, with the Justice Center adjacent to the new facility. The majority of this commission believes that this is the best and right decisions that will serve the jail and court needs of this county for many years. We are in the final stages of planning process and look forward to receiving bids for this project in the very near future. We respect the position of those who oppose our decision. However, we have made our decision and will not delay the process because some are not happy with the decision we have made. To do so could, in the long run, cost us more taxpayer dollars. The window of opportunity in saving tax dollars is before us now, and we could not delay this project any longer. We believe we have a mandate from the majority of the citizens of this county to move forward and get this much needed project completed. Howard Shipley, signed July 23rd, 2020. So 6 months ago, this letter was put out. And since then, there's been a lot of opposition. If you would like to contact Howard Shipley, his phone number is 423-581-1092. Could also be reached at his email at hshipley@charter.net. The next meeting for the commissioners is February the 18th at 5 p.m. in the large courtroom. Please show up, bring a friend. Even if you don't want to speak, just be present. Show your concerns. I feel that this letter is pretty insulting to the people of our community. It's also insulting to the sheriff. The sheriff already discussed his thoughts in detail with the mayor as well as with the commissioners, and his ideas were shut down abruptly. He told me, as he has stated in previous video, that he will not conversate any longer about the matter of the new facility because it's like beating a dead horse. Now, I got to agree, especially after reading this, their minds have been made up for a long time about this facility. And a lot of people have complained about it, not just the people that work in the facility and run the facility, but the public sector have complained about staffing issues, cost issues, location costs. Nothing that they have done has been in respect to the spending the taxpayers' money. I find it extremely hard to believe that there's only going to be a tax increase of 3 cents on the properties. 3 cents on the properties won't do anything. I also believe that the 400 bed facilities that they have gone and visited that are single story is the way to go. In his letter, it states that will not change the amount of people to run this facility, the deputies. I disagree, because if you look at the way the new drawing is done, they're only utilizing half of the amount of space that they could, and that doesn't even include taking away the corners of those facilities where they are being utilized. You can use the same amount of deputies in the same amount of control space, the control room, and have, instead of the inmate housing only being on 180 degrees of that control room, to utilize a 360 degree housing facility. In regards, it's considered the wagon wheel style facility. That facility makes the most sense for our area, and we can easily double the amount of inmates that are on each floor. So instead of needing 2 stories, we can easily accommodate that on a 1-story facility with half of the personnel to run that facility, half of the maintenance costs as well, and a lot less of a building cost. There's a lot of discrepancies between what is going on and what is stated in this letter. Now, I know that there's been a lot of issues and a lot of deliberation on other things within the county. And I have never ever seen a letter be put out by anybody of any rank, any commissioners, mayors, or anything, to talk about the criticism that they have been receiving. They never send out letters regarding any kind of criticism. So please, show up to the next meeting, February the 18th at 5 p.m. in a large courthouse. If you would like to contact any of your commissioners or all the commissioners, that is, their names, phone numbers, and email addresses and addresses are listed on the Hamblen County website. If you are wondering why I'm sitting in front of this house reading this is Howard Shipley's house. I couldn't think of a better place to read a letter from Howard Shipley than being in front of his house. So please consider the facts, not what's being pushed. Howard Shipley's son is married to Mayor Bill Britton's daughter, and they also have grandkids together. This is more of a personal fight and matter of this jail than it is in respect of the people of our community. Remember, the bigger the facility, the more people are released in Morristown. And a lot of those people may not have means to get out of here. They might not have family. So where do they stay? They stay right here in Hamblen County and become another statistic. We need to get away from that. We need to manage what we can and what we need, and not thrive on what we could need in many years to come if the justice system in our area continues to fail. We will need that type of facility. But if we focus to make a change now, provide more rehab, provide more opportunities for these people, we will never need a facility of that magnitude. Please subscribe to my channel, ring that bell, and don't miss another thing.